Welcome to the students of Standard 9 in biology classes. As we have discussed or started the chapter cell in previous class, so let us come to the point. Lastly, we have discussed a cells structurally we can divide into mainly three parts. The outermost layer is known as a plasma membrane, and in the center there is a nucleus, and in between them the viscous fluid-like structure that is known as a cytoplasm. Now one by one we have to discuss all these in details. Now starting with the plasma membrane. As we have discussed in previous class, the cell is surrounded with plasma membrane. This plasma membrane is very thin, delicate, elastic, living, semi-permeable membrane. In case of plant cells, it is present on the inner side of the cell wall. As you know, the plant cell's outermost layer is known as a cell wall, and it is made up of cellulose. But in case of animal cells, the outermost covering, that is plasma membrane, is made up of two layers or the bilayers of lipid with protein molecules sandwiching in it. Plasma membrane allow to flow only some substance in and out of the cell. That's why it is also called as the selectively permeable membrane. Some substance like carbon dioxide or oxygen can across the cell membrane is called diffusion, as we have discussed in previous class regarding the diffusion. But again, diffusion, there is a spontaneous movement of the substance from a region of high concentration to the region of lower concentration. Diffusion plays an important role in gaseous exchange between the cell and its external movement. The movement of water. Now we are talking about the water. The movement of water across the plasma membrane also affects the amount of substance dissolved in the water. The process of water from a region of a higher concentration through semi-permeable membrane to the region of lower water concentration is known as osmosis. So it is very important to remember you whenever you are going through these biological processes or life processes or study about the cells. So these two things, diffusion and osmosis, plays an vital role. So always you have to remind it. Now I am explaining here 3 points. First of them is, suppose if the cell is in very dilute solution, means the surrounding medium has a higher water concentration, then the cell gain water by osmosis, or water goes inside by the process of osmosis. This is known as endosmosis, and the solution is here known as a hypotonic solution. Here cell will swell up as water enters within the cell. Now let us come to the second point or second situation. When cell is in the isotonic solution. Isotonic means the medium has exactly the same water concentration as the cell have. No yet movement of water will be possible here, because cell will stay in the same size. That means the water flow from outer to inner and from inner to outer will be no possible. That's why the cell size will remain constant. Now come to the third point. If the cell is in lower concentration of water, then the cell means the solution is highly concentrated than the cell or the medium inside the cell. So that is the outer is highly concentrated solution. Here the cell will lose the water and the solution is known as a hypertonic solution. Again remind, hypertonic solutions, that means dissolve is highly soluble into the water solution. That's why it is a very concentrated solution. So this is known as a hypertonic solution. So without the cell membrane, here we are talking these three solutions about, we can recognize the entry or exit of the flow inside or outside of the cell membrane, all these activity. Now without this cell membrane, an organism is known as a acellular. If any organism are not having this outer periphery or layer, that is known as a acellular, like the viruses. Now let us discuss some functions of the plasma membrane. First, it provides the definite shape of the cell. Second, it provides protection to the cell. Third, it maintains the balance of the substance due to the entry or exit of the substance. Fourth, it involves in endocytosis as active and passive transportations. Fifth, in some cells it involves in adhesion, formation of vesicles, cilia, flagella, microvilli, etc. These are some main functions of the plasma membrane. Let us discuss about the next in the next class.